Dear participants, today's session emphasizes upon the basics of climate change, the science behind the stories. The session is supported by videos to make the comprehension more vivid. Climate change, also misinterpreted as global warming, refers to the rise in average surface temperatures on Earth. An overwhelming scientific consensus maintains that climate change is due primarily to the human use of fossil fuels, which releases carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the air. The gases trap heat within the atmosphere, which can have a range of effects on ecosystems, including rising sea levels, severe weather impacts, and droughts that render landscapes more susceptible to wildfires. There is a broad-based agreement within the scientific community that climate change is real. The US Environmental Protection Agency, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration concur that climate change is indeed occurring and is almost certainly due to human activity. Climate change is the change in average conditions of a particular place over a period of 30 years. For all climatic studies, the time frame from 1960 to 1990 is generally taken. The Earth's climate was never constant. The average global surface temperature has risen by about 1 degree Celsius. Climate is changing because of natural and anthropogenic causes. The reason to worry is that the climate change is accelerated due to anthropogenic activities. Another myth that would be busted in the session is the interchangeable use of climate change and global warming. Global warming refers to the overall warming of the planet based on average temperature over the entire surface of the earth, whereas climate change is the change in climatic characteristics including temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind and severe weather events over long-term periods. In today's session, the highlight would be on the natural causes, that is, the sun, atmosphere, ocean and change in Earth's axis. The Milankovitch cycle affecting climate including variation in Earth's orbit, axial wobble, variation of tilt are dwelt upon. The session further focuses on the concept of greenhouse and enhanced greenhouse effect. Atmospheric gases that absorb the emanating radiation are greenhouse gases. By absorbing and re-emitting this radiation, they warm Earth's atmosphere and surface like greenhouse. The 6 greenhouse gases designated by IPCC are carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, sulfur hexafluoride and chlorofluorocarbon. The designated greenhouse gases have different warming potential. The warming potential is the relative ability of one molecule of a given greenhouse gas to contribute to the global warming. Carbon dioxide, which is a primary greenhouse gas, has the global warming potential or the relative heat trapping ability as 1 in terms of carbon dioxide equivalents, and its total anthropogenic contribution is about 76%, whereas sulfur hexafluoride has the highest GWP and its total anthropogenic contribution is 2% as per IPCC report of 2007. Studies show that carbon dioxide concentration has increased 33% in the past 200 years. The greenhouse effect has an impact on the Earth's energy budget, which refers to the tracking of how much energy is flowing into and out of the Earth's climate, where the energy is going, and if the energy coming in balances with the energy going out. The greenhouse effect plays a significant role in the Earth's energy budget. We would also be discussing about the role of oceans in the climate system. Ocean current transport enormous amount of heat around the world. This makes them one of the most important driving forces of climate because they respond extremely slowly to the changes. The effects of climate change will become noticeable but over a period of centuries. Climate changes associated with wind and sea ice could become recognizable more quickly. Cold, salty water is heavy and sinks to great depths. This causes the circulation of millions of cubic meters of water in the ocean. The powerful phenomena which primarily occurs in a few polar regions of the ocean is called convection. The highest concentrations of carbon dioxide in the ocean are found in the convection area. The session further builds upon the tools to predict and project changes in the climate, which include climate prediction or climate forecast, and attempt to produce an estimate of actual evolution of the future climate at seasonal, interannual or long-term scales. Since the future evolution of climate system may be highly sensitive to initial conditions, such predictions are usually probabilistic in nature. Climate projections are distinct from climate predictions. Scientists use computer models, global circulation models to project climate changes associated with the increased concentrations of the greenhouse gases. Present models are able to simulate our current climate and reproduce variations in the past climate. This information gives us confidence in their ability to predict future climates. With improvements in computing power, these models continue to improve, becoming more refined and accurate. Climate predictions are estimates of future natural conditions, while climate projections are the estimates of future climates under the assumptions of future human-related activities such as socio-economic and technical developments. Because these assumptions may not be fulfilled, climate projections are subject to a high degree of uncertainty. Climate services provided by governmental and other institutions bridge the communication gap between climate scientists and user communities by explaining and interpreting climate information in a manner that can be understood by those who need the information about future climates. Thus, the basics help in generating informed decision makers. Happy learning!